All right, welcome back to the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. Guys, the Guardians salvaged the final game of their series with the Rangers and now play their final home series before the All-Star break, a 4-game set against the first-place White Sox. Earl, the Guardians start the day a game back of the White Sox. They have not played well overall. The offense, especially, as G said last segment, has been terrible. But they did get 9 runs yesterday, got the bats going. Chase DeLauder had a good game. Khalil Watson's played well. Even Austin Hedges hit a home run.
Hedges.
Are you? Do you have any confidence that they could have a good offensive weekend, four-day weekend against the White Sox here? What's your confidence level?
My confidence level is about an 8 out of 10.
All right, I like that.
Maybe
That's
it's
high.
just the Cleveland vibes going on.
Okay.
LeBron might be coming home. Abdullah Mason is fighting at the Wolves Center. The Guardians got a 4-game homestand on a holiday weekend going up against a team who don't have a really good road record. And, you got Chase back in the lineup, which he's getting those kinks worked out.
Yep.
You got a lot of young guys, which we talked about last segment, where it just makes it exciting. Slade is on the mound tonight, I think.
He's pitched really well lately.
He's pitched really well lately. So I like our chances, being able to salvage that series. You ended up winning the series against the Seattle Mariners. If you can just get in there, jump on them early, get some runs on the board, I think you'll be okay. I'm excited to see a lot of these young guys. This Khalil Watson kid, it seems like every other game,
nice job,
he has a hit. I'm just excited to see Chase DeLauder back in the lineup. Watching Travis Bazzana kind of work through everything. Kyle Manzardo. I just think the vibes is going to be high in the city this weekend. I think the ballpark is going to be packed. And I think the Guardians' offense is going to get themselves back on track.
All right. Are you buying it as well, G. Bush?
I actually am. And we'll start with the pitching so far. One of the guys that we was looking for something for is Tanner Bybee. But in the month of June, he was lights out. You look at the ERA, it was much better. It looks like he just can't get no run support.
Yeah.
Saccone is been playing well. He's been pitching well. And Messick is another guy that's been pitching well throughout the season. So
Cantillo's only given up 5 runs in his last 4 starts.
So you look at, we just named you 4 right there that are pitching well. And I like the fact that if you even look at it, this is a ballpark in the summer. That ball carries, especially out to right field.
Yes.
Guys are hitting pop flies, and that warm weather, it's about 1,000 degrees outside. And speaking of, I don't even know how y'all playing baseball games
We
right
played
now.
last night.
This is crazy. I mean, it's hot outside, but the ball is flying. You talk about Watson. He's another one of them young guys that's hitting the ball really well. And I just like the fact that they got that energy. And then to me, DeLauder, I watching his at-bats really get me because he's not a traditional, what we would call power hitter. He's more of he strikes me as a guy like John Olerud.
John Olerud was a great player.
I feel like he's a guy that is not your typical, just power hitter. I like the way he's able to get the bat on the ball. I like the way he's able to inside-out swings. He gets a lot of hits up the middle. He does a really good job on the outer third of the plate. I just like I think he, in his future, at his highest level, I think he can flirt with 300 because I think if he can stay healthy enough, I think he does a really good enough job at the plate. And then if you get a couple of home runs and some hits anywhere at the bottom of the order, Gabriel Arias is still not nice at all. But if you can get some Hedges hits here or there, Rocchio here or there, I can see them splitting or winning this matchup. And then if they split, that puts them where? Back in first place.
Yeah, listen, they have not played great overall. They haven't hit at all. There's been some crazy things on defense. That Cooper Ingalls situation.
I felt bad for him.
I love the guy, and I was campaigning for him. Jim Bowden was on with Jonathan Peterlin yesterday and said I would have sent him right to the minors. That's a little over the top. He made a mistake. He'll never do that again.
No.
Never. He will never do that again.
I think
He got the day off last week.
I think the general manager, I think Antonetti and Chernow, they might have just posted up on it.
Yeah.
They might have said something, not vote, right?
But I know he struggled early. He hasn't played that much. But I think he'll be fine. Chase DeLauder got off to a great start. Obviously, he hasn't hit many home runs since that first week. He slumped for a while. He's kind of coming out of it. I'm with you, G. I love his swing. If he could be John Olerud, that would be amazing. I don't know if he'll ever hit that kind of batting average, but he does have for a big dude, he doesn't swing wildly, which I like. Travis Bazzana, not as big as Lauder, but he's got great plate discipline and a great eye at the plate. I think the lineup, and I've been down on the lineup for years, but I actually think the lineup should be performing better. And hopefully, right after the break, you'll get Martinez back. And hopefully not too long after the break, you'll get Jose, which is obviously the biggest thing. And I think that's the biggest reason why they are struggling. I said a couple weeks ago when Jose got hurt that, like, it's baseball. Like, even the best player shouldn't kill your lineup. At the time, I was like, look at the Yankees playing great without Aaron Judge. Well, they haven't lately. They've been
lost
terrible.
7 in a row and can't do anything.
Yeah. There was a stat did you let me just read this real quick?
Hey, I know why you getting that up. It's funny.
We got to actually take a break in a second. But go ahead.
No, it's funny that you brought that up because as I watched the games over the last couple of weeks, we know Jose wasn't really playing like Jose.
Yeah.
But it's like his bat in the lineup, you still got to respect that.
He's
That's
a presence.
Jose.
Yes.
His presence alone makes everything around him different.
Yeah.
And without him there, it's like it's a huge difference, man. I watched the Yankees get swept by the Red Sox, and I'm watching this lineup, and it's like, man, no Aaron Judge. It's like, man, you can pitch around a lot of people.
When you have a stud, and again, you're right, Jose's not having a great year so far. He's just, for him, he's having a subpar year. But he has a presence that permeates the rest of the team. You know, like that lifts guys up. We were talking a little bit about that off the air with Kyrie before, and Jose's a player. You don't think of it as much in baseball, but it's a thing. Aaron Judge lifts people up. Shohei Ohtani lifts people up. Jose Ramirez lifts people up, especially on this team where the rest of the guys are very young players.
Yeah.
And he's all the pressure's on Jose, and he knows how to handle it.
Yeah.
When he's not there, pressure moves to other guys on some level, and
they get tight.
Yeah. But I'm with you, Earl. I'm very confident. I feel like they're going to have a good series against the White Sox. I'd love to see them take 3 out of 4 and get back in first place. They got 1 week to go before the All-Star break. By the way, the Marlins are playing great baseball. I think they have the best record in June.
They did.
In
I
all
was
baseball.
going to mention that if we had time. But
they got a nice young team, the Marlins. I like them.
All-Star break is coming up that fast.
It is. Seems like it's unbelievable. Speaking of fast, in a fast 2 minutes, Mikey McNuggets is going to speak with one of the newest players in the Cavs. Next